Welcome to the public speaking 7th and 8th grade enrichment video. The objectives are to enhance communication skills and leadership abilities, poise, and professionalism, to gain the overall confidence, to increase comfort level in social situations, and develop networking skills for college and career readiness. This particular activity is related to elevator pitch and speech. And so the students will practice an activity and learn how to develop an effective elevator speech. The materials are a video and a worksheet. So in the lesson, I'm going to review just the implementation cycle. You will have a do now. So simply review the definition of an elevator pitch or speech. So you can put this on the board. What is an elevator pitch or speech? And I will actually write the question for you so it's more clear. But the answer is simply a brief summary that clearly defines a product, service, or organization and its value. The name comes from the idea that this summary should be delivered in the time span of a typical elevator ride, which sometimes can be approximately 30 seconds to 30 minutes. So students, you can elaborate that sometimes pitches or speeches are longer, just like sometimes elevator rides can be a little bit longer based on the building. So if you're going all the way to a penthouse suite, you may need to add in some more jargon to market or persuade whatever your audience is and whatever you are trying to pitch to them. So after they complete the definition, they're going to go into a quick video. And so it's called the elevator speech. And they're simply going to review people in the video and discuss what characteristics each person displayed that were effective or ineffective. They will see throughout the video that there are different types of attributes or different attributes that some of the people displayed that were effective and some that weren't ineffective. And at the end, the last actor in the video possessed the best qualities for them to be memorable and gain the attention of the audience whom they were speaking to. So it's about 2 to 43 minutes, and it's actually on an elevator, but this is the president, I think, of a university, and different actors are going to attempt to get his attention. So, really quick video, really provides engagement and a hook for the kids. So, after you complete the video, you will go into the elevator speech activity and you will complete review components and tips, which is on page 1, and then they will begin to craft the pitch. Now, students may choose the following scenarios when crafting their pitch, and I will review them after I review the components. So once again, the activity has definition, and then please review the components and tips on how to deliver effective elevator speeches. So making sure that students know these components, which are providing pertinent facts, including the 5 W's: who, what, where, why, and how. Sparkle, make sure it's compelling, unique, an attention grabber, providing the impact, simplicity, passion, flexibility, preparation. So making sure that you kind of can go into detail, which is providing them additional information. So being passionate, showing that you're really engaging into the actual product or organization or whatever you are portraying or marketing or persuading the audience in. Flexible, adjusting your framework, you're adjusting your speech to your audience. So whether you're talking to a president of a university or a CEO of a company versus maybe just talking to your mentor or your teacher or even a student who you're trying to look to get a vote from, making sure students understand those components. So things that you can go and articulate in detail should be pretty easy. And then they can move to crafting the pitch. So in crafting the pitch, they have to answer the following questions. 10 questions, and they are crafting a pitch based on a scenario that they want to choose. So you can write these on the board. They will choose the following scenario. So we want it to be related to college and career readiness, or just general scenarios that would be beneficial to them. Students will compose a pitch/speech to introduce a donor or a volunteer to Breakthrough Atlanta. Is the first scenario that they can use. So they're going to practice what can they tell a donor about Breakthrough Atlanta to convince them to provide funding or make a charitable donation to us. The next scenario, students will compose a pitch or speech to a school partner regarding a mentor/mentee opportunity. So maybe they know a school partner that they can request to gain a mentorship with, and how would they pitch this idea to them. Composing a pitch or speech to an investor, convincing them that their product is worth the investment. So maybe students who are interested in entrepreneurial opportunities may have a product that they want to create or have created and may need help, or want to create an imaginary scenario where they're creating a pitch of a product, of an ideal product that they could market to an investor. And you can remind them of the show Shark Tank, which is how a lot of people pitch their products to investors. So something that they can relate to, a real world application. Students will compose a pitch about themselves to match the ability to answer the question. So tell me about yourself. So we do find that students oftentimes struggle with this question, whether it's on essays, college entrance applications, or even explaining themselves to different audiences in different industries. They oftentimes struggle with answering this question. So finally, they will use those scenarios to answer these questions. For instance, what are you trying to achieve? Who is your audience? What is your position in your organization? Why does your organization do what it does? Where is your organization located? What population does it serve? What does your organization do? What makes your organization unique? How does your organization do what it does? Why are you passionate about this subject? What is your ask? So the answers to these questions should be very short answered, and may vary based on the scenario in which they choose. The organization may be something that is operated. If they're an entrepreneur, they may have an organization such as a school, or may not have an organization, and the organization may be themselves. If they're choosing the scenario, how to best answer the question, tell me a little bit about yourself. So they have 3 different short writing prompts where they're going to craft a 3-minute pitch, a 30-second pitch, and a 3-second pitch. So these are some examples that this is an example of a pitch that the activity provides. And so they can use it, and then they have fill in the blank spots where they can complete their own 3-minute, 30-second, and 3-second pitch or speech. And then they can practice saying their pitch or speech in groups, or they can say it in front of the class based on your timing. So their closing is actually just sharing their pitch with their group, maybe discussing how they feel that the pitch will be effective in their future career and college ventures. And I didn't want them to actually have a writing closing, because they're going to be writing a lot in this activity. So once again, if you have any questions related to the actual lesson plan, please let me know. It should be very simple. It's just really helping them practice writing, crafting their thoughts, and putting it in a concise format in order to market themselves, their organization, or a product in the best light. So I think it's a great activity. Once again, if you have questions, please contact me.